Yeah, joining us now, Fighting Joe, Senator Joe Morrissey, Democrat, Richmond, Petersburg. Joe, great to have you, sir.
Good morning, John. How are you?
What a General Assembly finally comes to a close, except you're still going to do a budget and appoint judges. Let's go rapid fire because we were a little late in getting you on. My bad. Let's go rapid fire here and start with my favorite topic, casino and sports betting in Virginia. We passed it. Now what?
Well, first of all, the big, still to be decided factor is who is going to get these casino licenses. There are 5 that are going to be distributed throughout the state, and I've heard you talk about and promoting Colonial Downs because, after all, they came into Virginia. They resurrected a shuttered horse racing facility venue, and they've created 1,000 jobs. They've got a battle ahead of them in order to get the license for the casino in Richmond.
Mm-hmm.
The Pamunkey Indian tribe, for a myriad of reasons, it's going to be a longer conversation, seem to have the heads up. But Danville, very likely that Colonial Downs could end up getting a license down in Danville. I also listened to your comments about MGM coming in. You're right. Not a big player, not that involved, not that engaged, and then all of a sudden they become a factor in the Richmond market. Still to be determined.
Screw MGM. All they did was suck our money out of Virginia. They haven't done crap for us. Now they want to come in and take part of the pie. Screw them. They didn't spend a dime. Colonial Downs spent $330 million revitalizing track, opening up these various casinos. And look, the Pamunkeys are going to get their one in the Tidewater area. That's a done deal. The Norfolk, if it passes in a referendum, the Norfolk City Council, the mayor has already done a letter of agreement with them. It's going to be a beautiful casino. I think you spread the wealth, right?
I gave a floor speech in the Senate, and I said almost the exact same thing. I said, folks, full disclosure, I represent South Richmond, so obviously I want to get the best that I can for South Richmond. However, and that's a casino in Richmond for Colonial Downs. But I said, but consider the following. And this is what I said to my colleagues on the Senate floor. When Colonial Downs was shuttered, it had been shuttered for 7 years.
Right.
I said, Colonial Downs went in there, they opened it up, they invested millions of dollars, they reinvigorated the horse industry in Virginia. They did that on their own dime, their own money. And as a result of that, it is now a thriving area. It's really put a lot of money into the economy.
Right.
I felt, they deserved it. It's that simple. Now, thereafter, the other people started, making claims, including the Pamunkey. Here's the solution. Give the Pamunkey Indian tribe the casino in Portsmouth and Norfolk.
Right.
I want it to be wildly successful.
Right.
Give Colonial Downs, it invested millions, created over 1,000 jobs in the Commonwealth, the Richmond license.
Right.
Not only is it fair, but it's fiscally prudent.
Right. No, look, I think that makes sense. The Pamunkeys, their actual land was in the Hampton Roads area, was in the Norfolk area. I think their vision of building this grand casino right by the Amtrak station, right by Tidewater Baseball Stadium, I think it's a brilliant idea. They've already agreed with the Norfolk City Council to do it. They got to pass the referendum. I think they get that. They've earned it. They should have it. It's good for the tribe. It's good for everybody. It's just good. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
But in Richmond, you got a company that already spent $330 million. They've created 1,000 good-paying jobs. To just kick them out for what? MGM? Or, to give the Pamunkeys Richmond also, I mean, they've already got one. I think you have to reward the companies. Now, you can argue and said, well, Colonial Downs came in and they, made a bet that they would get it. Well, they still put the money in. They still created 1,000 jobs. They still reopened up Colonial Downs. They still are expanding it to 18 dates. They did all that, and they just kicked them out of Richmond, where they already have a casino there with the HHR that's doing well. They've proven themselves. To me, that's unconscionable that you would just kick them out. Now, but I understand that if the referendum passes in Richmond, it's then up to LeVar, Stoney and the city council to choose the operator. Is that the way it works?
So, first of all, the city will have a big impact, city government, on where that casino goes. But remember, don't forget, there still has to be a referendum, okay? And that referendum is going to be whether or not a casino comes. So the question is, how early can we get that referendum? Probably not this November, probably next. Just my guess, okay? Mm-hmm. The odds are that it's going to be further. Hey, honey, goodbye. See you. The odds are that it will take longer to do that. But yes, the city government wants to be a player in determining that, and you know how that works.
Oh, yeah.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Oh, yeah.
After the absolute debacle with the $650 million city-financed Coliseum went south, now the next thing that I can see the administration wanting to get into is the casino business. Oh, isn't that going to be a great thing, Come on. City government ought to focus on cleaning up local core services, clean up the alleyways, clean up the take up the leaves in front of our street, make sure that the potholes are fixed, and let the big boys worry about the casino.
The way I understand it, if a referendum is passed in Richmond, and I think it will pass easily, then the various companies that want to operate it will do RFPs, requests for proposals. That'll go to the mayor. The mayor will make his selection, submit that to city council. I mean, right there you get worried, right? I mean, it's like LeVar Stoney is now in charge of picking a quadruple $100 million casino in Richmond. Are you kidding me, Joe?
We're not. No. LeVar Stoney is not going to pick who gets this casino. Okay, come on. I mean, pleasant young man, but, undergraduate degree in something. And, he showed that he did not have the financial acumen to put a single bid, single request for proposal, acceptee through city council for this Coliseum. No, he's not going to be in charge of selecting who gets the casino. That's going to be done by the folks over at the General Assembly.
Is there a Joe Morrissey for Richmond mayor campaign in my future?
No. I've got John. I know my travel lane. And you've heard me express to you privately many times that I believe that God sees the bigger picture, and there was a reason that things happened in 2016 the way they did, and that's not in my future, John. It's that simple. I really enjoy being a state senator representing a large swath of Central Virginia. That's my lane. Criminal justice reform. I have views on clean energy standard, what we can do to make the Commonwealth better for our tertiary schools. That's where I belong. And you know what? And more importantly, that's where I'm happy. And there's an old expression, it's often used in sports when coaches are thinking of moving on from one great situation to another one, albeit a higher paying one. And the expression is this: don't run away from happiness. Okay? I'm happy. I have no intention of running away from happiness because what? I want to be the CEO of the city of Richmond? Nah, that's not where I'm going, man.
Let me get to one text here. Amy in Fairfax says, why would Northern Virginians drive 90 minutes to a casino in Richmond when MGM is 20 minutes away or 45 minutes by Metro? Amy, you're behind the curve, okay? Another one of the areas that were approved by the General Assembly is Dumfries in Northern Virginia, Dumfries, and they're going to have to go through the same process. So, no, Amy, they wouldn't drive to Richmond. They would drive to Dumfries. Right now, Amy, they're going from Dumfries to MGM so the People's Republic of Maryland and MGM can steal your money instead of school children in Richmond. That's the problem. That's why I'm so in favor of it, because Maryland and MGM takes your money and takes it out of schools in Virginia. Joe, I'm almost out of time here. I have to go. What do you think was your number one accomplishment in the 2020 Virginia General Assembly, Joe Morrissey?
That's an easy one. I campaigned on creating a third court in Virginia. We have criminal court. We have drug court. I said we needed a mental health court. We created a mental health docket in the Commonwealth of Virginia. It took a lot of effort to get through the House and the Senate. We got it done. We now recognize that people do, commit otherwise unlawful acts whilst in the throes of mental health issues or mental health disease. We got that bill passed. It's, I think, my singular achievement.
Joe Morrissey, thanks for being with us. Fighting Joe, we look forward to having you back soon. Joe, I'll see you sometime this week. You're on the John Fredericks Radio Network.